Hello, guys, so welcome back to another exciting episode of the Entertainment Digest Show right here on Odate TV. For those who have been following this conversation, you know that we always discuss pertinent issues in the Ghanaian entertainment industry. And I have with me my able pandits, that's Asabi and Osnad, and these guys are super good. They are learned in the entertainment industry, and they give, their submissions are always on point. And I can see some of you commenting, a lot and about their submission in the comment section below. Yes, so join the conversation in there as well. Yes, so let me introduce them and go straight to the topic of today. Yes, so Asabi, you're welcome to the Entertainment Digest Show.
Good evening, bro. Thank you very much for having me.
All right, on the other hand, Osnad, you're welcome, bro.
All right, thank you, bro. I'm very happy to be part of the show.
All right, yes, so let's go straight to today's topic. I don't want to waste much time. Yes, so the Black Love virtual concert finally came off yesterday, and we had our own Ghana's and also Africa's most decorated rapper Sarkodie. Doing the whole thing. Doing his own thing. During the concert, and a lot of things happened, and that's why we are here. And as I always say, issues that has to do with the growth of the entertainment industry and also things that are actually happening in the entertainment industry. We actually delve also and analyze and also share our opinion on it. Yeah, so without much ado, we want to, we actually discuss and let me say reviewing the Black Love virtual concerts. And let's take it from the entrance. Let me start with Asabi. Asabi,
Mhm.
watching the whole, like the entrance of Sarkodie's performance, like the entrance, like the entry performance, like I don't know, because me, I was amazed. Like I didn't see that coming. I didn't really see it coming.
Oh,
I don't know about you. What is your opinion? What is your take on this?
okay. So good evening once again, and I'd like to say a very good evening to our very what I call lovely viewers
Yeah.
who are part of this program, and we are back here yet another party. For that,
Yeah.
for the entry, I was a little surprised. In the first place, the venue.
Yeah. The
You get
venue.
me? So I thought probably it's going to be probably a room, a closed environment, those kind of stuff. But at least it's better they're going to have what's called the event outdoor. They're going to have it outdoor for it to go and choose such a location. You get me? The Independence, I don't know, 1970 Independence Arch or something. I forgot the name. I can't be corrected. When going to choose such a location. And earlier on, I don't know, I think during that week I saw pictures of Sarkodie. I think he took a shot at that venue. You get me? I think one with Titi. Like once he was standing on top of the arch. So I was like, okay, I thought it was just a normal show.
Yeah.
Not knowing that was the venue, that was going to be the venue for such an event. And for the entry, for him to be at the top there, you get me? It's just speaking of two things. That one, he's the star of our Ghana music industry right now. And probably the hope of Africa, what they call it. Music industry, the rap king. You get me? So, in terms of what they call the whole stage crack, I like what they call it, big ups, what they call it, those guys who came up with the concept. You get me? 100% creativity, 100% ideas, and different all together. You get me? So him standing beside or by the star, probably trying to let everybody know that yes, indeed, he's a star of Ghana music industry, star of African music industry, and so on and so forth. You get me? So for Sarko to be at the top, they're just giving us the rap element, punches upon punches. You get me? The rhyme felt was on point. So the entry was brilliant. Everything was on point, and I must commend what they call the set designs and what they call it, the event stage, what they call it, designed for giving us such a concept. You get me? And I think it's suicide as a brand and something different from our entertainment entry. We've seen other artists coming up with different kinds of entries into their what they call starting of their programs, so on and so forth. And I think we also must commend such an entry, and it was very brilliant. Yeah.
Guys, as I always say, if you are not logged down or tuned into this channel, especially this particular show, then you are really missing a lot. Brilliant submission from Asabi. Asabi, Charlie, let me also give my opinion. Like me, from how the show started, like the entrance, like the drone shots, like that area
That's
view
right.
of the
That's right.
black Independence Square and the Black Star Square area. It was just on point, and you could see security was like really tight because there was no movement. And I was wondering
That's right.
who
Yeah.
gave, honestly, I was wondering who gave Sarkodie access to that, because That is where independence was won, and that place is a sacred place. Like I don't know, you know
That's right.
how Ghanaians
Yeah, yeah,
revere
yeah,
the Black Star
yeah,
Square and also the
yeah.
Independence Square. You get me? So for
That's right.
Sarkodie to get access to that place, that should let you know the kind of command, the kind of power that Sarkodie really possesses. Like, and where he even stood, like I was wondering, like how did he get there?
Mm-hmm.
How did he get there? Oh my goodness, this is super.
And
And
if I'm supposed to chip in right now, I must commend what they call it, our stakeholders who are very much for the trying to support our entertainment industry.
yeah, that's
For
true.
giving
That's true.
fact that time to be such a location. And this shows how our tourism, what they call it, authority or public, those involved are trying to show their commitment of their support for the entertainment industry, of the music industry.
Yeah.
So this sends clear signals to the rest of the artists. Again, that should you build a particular brand, a particular following, and a particular influence in our music scene, again, you work very hard. Such opportunities will be given to you to use such location.
That's right.
And I must commend them again. Again, those involved as the who are managing such a facility for doing that. Because as you rightly said, because no one can just go there and have such an event like that. It's a sacred place. Again. So once again, I must commend them.
Right.
So for that you can carry on.
Yeah. So as I was saying, I mean, it was just of honestly when I saw the pictures of Sarkodie and TT, as you said, it was around the Independence Square. And I had some kind of insider information and that it's going to be at the Independence Square. But honestly, my
Okay.
mind never
That's nice.
went to the Black Star Square. Like I was thinking that probably he's going to use the stage that VGMA 20. No, VGMA 20. That was last year. When the proud preparations towards the main event, they held a let me say, a pre-show or pre-concert at the Independence Square. So I was thinking somebody is going to mount at a stage there, and they're going to do not knowing he was going to actually use the Black Star Square, not even the Independence Square itself, just only that side, that portion of it, and that really like it really took a lot of people by surprise. Let me ask Osman, how do you see the entry performance by Sarkodie?
Personally, I was also overwhelmed by the whole concept that Scott developed for the whole entry.
Okay.
I believe there is enough class of creativity and planning, actually. Because as you said, it's a sacred place and it's a very important place in Ghana's personal culture. So nobody even expected that from Sarkodie. So that coming from Sarkodie was just brilliant. I think that just creative masterclass and you must commend Sarkodie and the team and the management team for that creativity and everything that we did. I think it's a very excellent job that we've done and I must commend them. So I believe that it was a very great entry. It was a great introduction to the show and it really got most of us excited about the whole show because most of us was not expecting that from fact. So that coming in, really just our appetite for the entire show was just brilliant.
All right, that's great. So I mean, as you said, or as I even said earlier before you even brought in that place is a very sacred place, and for Ghana, and also does that go to say that Sarkodie is for the MPP government? Because as I said, you have to follow protocols to get access. Like nobody gets access to that place. So how come Sarkodie was able to get access to the Black Star Square and we use it for almost a whole day? Because set design to take some time, even takes even a week. Even if I even say day, I'm even underestimate. This is just on a lighter note though. So what's now? Do you think Sarkodie has that kind of favoritism from the MPP government?
So I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Even if it was in NDC's era, I believe that he would have had access because at the moment everybody sees Sarkodie as a brand ambassador for Ghana across the world.
Okay.
So for a show like this, which is going to be streamed by an international organization, I think that with the right connections and talking to the right people, even when he approaches the ministry, whether it is MPP, PNC, PPP, or whatever government, they will give him that information because he's just being an ambassador for the country, and this will go a long way in bringing tourism and so many things into the country.
Okay. Okay. Great submission. Great submission. I don't know if I can also let me take your take on it as well, Asabi. Do you think, because the reason why I was saying that is that Sarkodie has come under intense pressure. Sometimes when actually the previous government was in power, recording songs against the government and all that, but when the BP came in power, things have quite going sideways. He has been remain silent and all that. Do you agree to that as well?
I don't agree because most of my what do you call it statement that I'm making with evidence again, unless I see clear evidence that shows that public is in line with the government of the day. But that's often rightly said. She's a brand ambassador for the music industry. So if national artist would like to give us a particular set of what they call it event in terms of a different approach, why won't you give them that opportunity? Again. At the end of the day, you have to have the right connections and the right network to have such a participant for your event. Again. So it was all about connections and the right what they call personality to that, and that gave them the opportunity to what they call use such a venue for the event. So at the end of the day, trying to bring about political issues into it, very difficult for me to grab on that conclusion.
Great. Now let's come to the website Ceek. I don't know, but if people don't know, let me educate them about Ceek. Ceek is a virtual platform. Let me say a live virtual platform where they stream events virtually. So I hope. I mean, if you don't know what a virtual concert simply means a concert that is shot at one particular location, various location, which no audience, or let me say no live audience or something of that sort. Yeah, and Seek actually had its relevance. It has been there, but it actually had its relevance more when the COVID came. Because of social distancing and all that. So people now, or let me say most artists, had to use that platform, and a lot of artists have used that platform. Rick Ross, I mean, name them. A lot of American artists have used that platform actually during the COVID era. So Sarkodie is actually the first Ghanaian to also use that platform, and Sarkodie was interviewed on Saturday prior to the event on Joy FM by George Quay on Showbiz A to Z, and made mention of the fact that he actually likes trying something new and also likes to be part of something big, and seek having hosted successful virtual concerts in the States and other parts of the world. I was like, okay, and also realized that Seek belonged to a Ghanaian female. So if you don't know, you heard it here first on that
Okay.
HHTV. Seek was developed by a Ghanaian. Let me say it's managed, or the founder or the owner, whatever, is a Ghanaian, and she's a female, or let me say it's a lady. So Sarkodie was like, no, I mean, if a black woman or a Ghanaian is doing this, why don't I also throw my weight behind it and also put my life concern on that particular platform? So this was one of the reasons why Sarkodie actually went there, and he also wanted, throw his weight behind the lady, but also throwing Ghanaian, or letting them also have a lot of Ghanaian traffic and all that. Yes, so that is basically the history about Seek, and also why Sarkodie partnered with Seek for the Black Love virtual concert. Okay, now let's come back to the main agenda. Yeah, so Asabi, I think about 20 minutes, or I don't know, I stand to be correct, but I think about 15 minutes, 20 minutes into the show, then the site goes down. It went down for a couple of minutes. People were complaining here and there, blah 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 blah. It came up for a while and it was still not stable. Then Sick had to come out with a tweet, or let me say a report, saying that blah blah blah. Asabi, first of all, when the site went down, were you disappointed?
I was very disappointed, very disappointed because as what do you call it, a site that that come to host a very what do you call it, big concert or a virtual concert or an event like this. I think you have to do the homework well. But I think little they know that probably such an what do you call it, an issue will happen again. So at some point in time, as you already said, the city is a big platform. Their technical groups will be on standby to make sure they solve the issues once and for all. Again. So for the site to just crash or go down during the start for the start of the program, most fans are probably loyal fans, are probably people who love music or like this is going to perform well, a little bit what they call it down, or they were disappointed. We saw the reactions on social media, Twitter for example. Again, and the event was trending number one. So the reactions on social media made us know that okay, probably people are very down in terms of how come all of a sudden the event's about to start. Probably started at 6:30 and close to the book. It's not up. It's still crashed. I tried assessing at that point in time. I was like, wow. So later I had to just find something else to do. I had to go and find something else to do. So I had to just sit back and go and have some other things to do. So it was later on, and I think I came back and I said, so, okay, let me check what's going on, what they call Twitter again. Then I realized that they've posted a Twitter public. They tweeted that you can check them out on their Facebook platform and let us continue. I was like, oh, okay, probably now they're giving us an alternative. You get it? So all in all, probably going forward, what I would say that Ceek as a platform how to do their homework, know how best they can come to a solution if such an issue should happen. Because it's too long for them to come and say they should go to their Facebook platform, probably other platform to enjoy the show. And then you should have people who have other things doing. And it's a Sunday, Monday they're going to work. So having people stay online so that late, you get me? Probably it sends wrong signal. And who knows, probably if we had started 6:30, probably we would have had what they call more viewers online streaming the event. Because as at 6:30 or probably 6:30 to 7 o'clock, we have people who are glued to their set trying to get the site up and just enjoy the program. So at the end of the day, Ceek as a platform should just know how best they can solve such in case they should find such a problem in the near future, because it's a very, what do you call it, it's disgraceful. It's very disgraceful for us to see such an issue happening.
All right, great submission. Let me come to you, Osnat. Osnat, you are a technical person, you are a marketing, a business person. What does this say about Ceek's brand? I mean, for you to host a concert and your site goes down for so many minutes, like, I mean, you've held successful virtual concert. Why do your site go down at this particular time or point in time? What is the implications?
Okay, so personally, I believe that the reasons why this happened or the interruption in the show or the streaming service happened was because Ceek didn't anticipate so much traffic coming from Ghana, or they didn't expect so much people to be watching the show, so they didn't make adequate provisions for that. In IT, in computing and everything, whenever you're looking at hosting a show or having a very good website, you look at bandwidth, you look at speed, you look at your infrastructure, your IT infrastructure. So I believe that in as much as Ceek probably already have the infrastructure already, they didn't expect so much traffic to be coming from that particular show. So they didn't make adequate provisions at the beginning. So that was the reason, or that was the cause for the interruption that we making. But I think that is very bad for business, looking at how long it took for them to get the show back online. Because most of our fans were really were happy about the show, the introduction and everything. So we were so good to the performances. So we were expecting to have a great enjoyment. But with the interruption that came in between the show, it made most of us even lose interest at a point. Until he tweeted about it and made us aware that it's because there's too much traffic coming and they're working to resolve it. So sometimes in such situations, as an organization, when you are hosting a show, like this streaming service, when you are hosting a show, you need to use your best of infrastructure to be able to make sure that there is uninterrupted service. Mind you, before the show, we were discussing some days earlier. We were discussing about why Sarkodie chose to use Ceek instead of some of the Ghanaian streaming services. And I said that one of the reasons why Sarkodie might have wanted to choose or use Ceek was because of probably their international recognition and two, the speed and the quality of the service that they want to receive. So if Sarkodie have applied to use Ceek, an internationally recognized streaming virtual reality streaming service, and at a point in time the network had to go off for Ceek to come and apologize, I think that it will bring or dent the image of Ceek to an extent, because I believe that at a point, because of this, some people will contemplate whether they are Ghanaians or whether international bodies or international acts, some will contemplate on using their service for henceforth in the future. That's a result of the current that is hard. So I think that is very bad for business, and I think that each should try its best to recover that brand image that they've made for themselves and try to recover from what happened and make sure that this doesn't happen in the future.
That's great. That's great. That's great. For me, let me add my opinion. I'll also say I'm very disappointed in Ceek. Very, very, very disappointed. And the fact that I'm saying that is that this is, I mean, Sarkodie we are talking about here. This is the first time they are hosting, I think, an artist from Africa or whatever. You're starting to be corrected, though. And they really send a bad image, okay, to the world concerning, I mean, our artist Sarkodie and all that. And I must say, I'm also disappointed in the sense that they started hyping these events not now. I mean, which means that they had made preparations towards that. And even if they even have not even made preparation, look at the number of people who registered. At the point in time, it was moving from 10,000 to 20,000, 30,000, 50,000, 60,000, 70,000. So, what were the technical team doing? You know, this number of people are waiting, the reason they are waiting. What do you have to do? You quickly have to boost up your servers. If you have to buy more bandwidth, buy more space, you buy it. But you don't wait till, I mean, the event is getting close and you start. No, 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 no. For me, I think marketing and also brand wise, it has really, really sent a bad image about Ceek. And moving on, I'm sure a lot of brands will shun away from them because if such a huge brand of Sarkodie has been affected or they couldn't host Sarkodie, I'm not saying Sarkodie is small. Sarkodie is very big. Look at the numbers. Someone will also say that, oh, okay, if we now have this number of numbers, I also want to host on this particular flight, they're going to disappoint me. You get it. And it can also be like it was strategic, okay, this showbiz for you. And sometimes what they people can decide what they want the media to report or what they want people to see. It could also be that I'm saying this for strategic because it can happen that they wanted to send a particular image out about Sarkodie. Sarkodie is a very big artist, like so that his audience cannot even contain our platform. And you could see, do you know what I'm saying? I'm saying that because shortly after the issue happened and even when the whole thing ended, they came out with the statistics of the traffic source, saying that Ghana alone we had about almost about 2 million people, you know, watching from Ghana, about 500,000 from US, 200,000 from UK. Like they had a breakdown, which means that they wanted to say that Sarkodie is such a big artist that at one particular point in time 3 million people can be watching him live on a particular platform, of which 3 million hits on a website, no matter how strong. Even Facebook even crashes sometimes, WhatsApp crashes sometimes, Instagram crashes sometimes. So we can't blame them that much. So for me, honestly, I know what I'm talking about. It could be strategic in the sense that they only send a word out there that Sarkodie is really indeed, or is indeed the biggest artist in Africa or the biggest artist in Ghana. So that even our platform that I host, American artists, and we know America also has a very huge population. A lot of, huge. They even have access to internet even more at a reduced cost as compared to Africa. And for Ghana, that internet is even very expensive. We have about 1.3 million people watching from Ghana and other parts of the world, and that should show you that kind of how huge a brand like Sarkodie is. So this is my personal opinion, and as I said, for me, I think it's strategic. If it's not strategic, then they really, really had a lot. They really have a lot of work to do because moving on, if we really want to work with other brands, people, as I said, may shy away from them, or probably they might also, if not, then they may have to also beef up their system so that they can also, contain huge numbers. If other artists would like to host, their virtual concerts, because believe me, virtual concerts come to stay. And even if this coronavirus or this pandemic goes away or dies, or people will still want to have virtual concerts because we are now enjoying that particular phase, that particular era as well. You get it, that particular phase in the entertainment industry. So once in a while, people would like to switch from live shows to go on virtual shows and all that, and we all enjoy it. Yeah. So now let's talk about performances. Performances. We had the likes of Ifia, Yao Sapon, Kidi, and what have you. And so which of the performance really drew your attention? Or got your attention?
First and foremost, I think Ifia's entry was very brilliant for me.
Very, very brilliant. Very brilliant.
So if you're looking at the dress that she wore, that green color,
the
way they gave her that green light. As in the way she was sitting, they gave her that green light from the bottom. I think it was very nice. Then the man of the moment, That's him. The pam thing. You get me? The way this is century and everything was on point. You know, so these are some of these are the first two performers that come my eyes. But if you're supposed to be the old folks, and I think your smartphone and his team plus Amachi Dede, he also did a great job. And that's what I said that the last time that we had our product towards this, what do you call it, event. I made mention of something that these guys are there to bridge the old school with the new school. You get me? So start bringing their smartphone and just to compensate our old folks who be watching what they call it, the program. Even if that has songs that compensate with the old folks, at the end of the day, you need to send something, you need to give them something. You get me? Yes. Happy. And also help bridge the gap between highlight and hip life for Afrobeat and also gospel and the like. So that's our smartphone performing. I'm actually did brilliant. But my best performance has to do with the Fierce Entry. I really loved it. You get me? And with the sweet voice and the way she sings, it was very nice. So with this performance, I think I really enjoyed the show. Kitty, Kim Promise, they all did well.
Okay, how about you, After which of the performance actually caught your attention the most? Or I mean, which will you say is the best performance on the night?
Yeah, personally, I believe the performance of Sarkodie and Shatta Wale caught my attention.
Okay.
I have really particular interest in that. Already, we know the hostilities that existed between Sarkodie and Shatta Wale for some time now.
Yeah.
So, having that special surprise act and also the energy that they put into that performance was just brilliant. We all know Shatta Wale for what he can do, his performances and everything.
Exactly.
So, when Shatta Wale came on stage, I was quite surprised. I was very happy. I was excited. And aside that, the energy that he poured into the performance, that was brilliant. So personally, I'll go for Shatta Wale and Sarkodie's performance.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, so now let's talk about Shatta Wale and Sarkodie, since I mean you said their performance really caught your attention. Now we all know that you said the back and forth that has to do with Shatta Wale and Sarkodie beefing, reuniting, and all that. Now this performance, Osna, do you see it as the performance that is going to bring them back for good, and they're not going to have that long beef? They're not talking to each other. Shatta Wale dissing Sarkodie and all that. Sarkodie keeping mute and also replying in the song and all that. Do you see their friendship growing stronger this time around, especially when they performed at the Black Star Square? And as I said, that place is a very sacred place for Ghanaians. I mean, we all know what that place means to us. So for the two to reunite and perform on that particular stage, you see them having that kind of long-lasting friendship where there will be no beef at all. They're going to be the best of friends, and they're going to work together and also support each other and also put Ghana out of the map as they've always been doing.
To answer this question, it's just funny. We all know Shatta Wale and who he is. We know how controversial he is.
Exactly.
And in fact, Shatta Wale can't promise anything. So I don't believe that there's going to be anything that we can live by, just a performance. But I believe that if anything, if there's anything to go by, I believe that they might have mended their hostility. And after now, they have a good relationship, they have a good friendship. Because I don't think it's just after two. Although some people believe that because this year is an election year, they were taking opportunity to talk about unity, to make sure that the political side all come together, even though there's an election which is just some few months ahead. I believe that it's also mended their hostilities and their friends now. I don't know the extent to which they be friends as of now. I don't know if they communicate regularly, or I don't know how often they communicate. But I believe that as fans, we should enjoy the moment while it lasts. So I believe that it's a very good initiative that they've come together for the peace of the country and for fans to enjoy the good music that they both do. But I don't believe that there's a long-lasting relationship. Anything could happen tomorrow. You know, Shatta Wale. Shatta Wale is someone who really likes controversy. He's someone who really feels business-minded. Shatta Wale is someone who's really business-minded. So whatever he needs to get attention of the media, whatever he needs to do to be able to perform or to be on the list of times, so I don't believe it's something that might last forever. As we say, but I believe that it's something that we can enjoy for the moment. So that is my take on that. I believe that as controversial as Shatta Wale is, he could come tomorrow and tell us that it was just an act, and he just went there because he was taking his money or he was getting his money from the show. So it's not something that we can just see that there's a professional relationship. But I think there's anything to go by. These two have been friends for years now. Both of them have talked in the media regarding how they were friends even before Shatta Wale became Shatta Wale and Sarkodie became Sarkodie. So I believe that it's a very good initiative. And I think that both of them continue to maintain a cordial relationship that they have up to now, so that fans can really enjoy the things that we have in the country.
Okay, great submission. Asabi, how about you? Do you see this? They uniting us. I mean, a long-lasting friendship, or you see that's? I mean, it's just one of those things that they're going to beef regardless of whatever thing that they did last night.
First and foremost, I hope this turns out to do what the start of a new part. Do you get me? I think they coming together to go on a big platform like this, the problem. I hope, as we say, it's start a new beginning, probably start a new part or something new. Again, but if it's just for the cameras, then I think there's more to be done in terms of backbone or big issues or clarify different issues. Again, but seeing Shatta Wale and Sarkodie back on stage coming together to perform, that's not just for the cameras. Again, I hope that by now they've solved issues, they've trashed issues. Because if you could remember, the time Sarkodie returned from the States and he was on lockdown, I think Shatta Wale went over to pick up his was doing his dead. I don't know. I think it's because of that one. Do you hear me? So I think the genesis of the whole new. So seeing this act performing on stage, it was very nice. But if we went for this performance was supposed to be a surprise for us.
Yeah.
Do you get me? But if we went for the brawl that happened in terms between Stoneboy and Johnson, we would have not probably Shatta Wale be on the on the event. Do you get me? Because there was no official poster showing that Shatta would perform it that very night. Do you get me? So if we went for that issues that happened during the work preparation towards the concert, I would have known that Shatta would perform it. But after the surprise came early, we all knew that Shatta was performing, and indeed he came on stage. You could see the performance, you could see the act, how they sang the song together. Beautiful. That song is it's a hit. Again, it's been a hit since day one. So everything was on point. We're just hoping that going forward, these acts will be working together. They'll just come together, form a strong force to help push Ghana music to the next level. Because we need it. In as much we need this healthy beef and this healthy competition to help make spice our entertainment industry. We also need them for them to be together, to work very hard just to make sure that at the end of the day, Ghana music goes on the next level. Because they are the face of our music industry at the moment. If they're supposed to work, if they work hard, create the right channels, clear all those weeds out of our way, make things easy for the young lads passing through. And I think the future is better for Ghana music industry and also for the young lads who are coming up.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So Asabi, still on you. Do you see this affecting Sarkodie's relationship with Stoneboy? I mean, we all know what happened, and people were expecting Stoneboy to be on it, and Stoneboy was never featured on the Black Live Virtual Concert. What does this? Does it really affect their relationship? And do you see a little bit of rivalry between Sarkodie and Stoneboy now? Has it switched? Because right now it seems Sarkodie and Shatta Wale is going to be one of the best of friends, and right now it's going to affect the relationship that Sarkodie has with Stoneboy. You think that probably after everything they're going to patch up and things will come back to normal?
It all depends on how the negotiation went backstage in terms of what happened after this whole fighting incident. Again, was we saw Stoneboy came out to release a video just to apologize as to what really happened. Again, but that said, moving forward, I hope that what happened during the Real Republic during the operation won't affect them going forward, because we need it. We need Stone, we need Shatta, we need Sarkodie as a listen for them to form a new force, changing the history of Ghana music and taking Ghana music to the next level. Exactly. Again, so going forward, I think they need to patch up. solve issues once and for all, give us because they recently, I think some months ago, they what's his name, Stonewall, he gave us the remix of his song, Good Morning. Again, and Saka was on a brilliant what they call rap performance of this kind of stuff. So going forward, I think they need to patch up, solve issues, trust issues out, look at how best they can move forward and change our music industry because we really need it. Personally, I need it. Again, to be working on more projects and see how best we can enjoy our music.
Okay, all right. Asabi, I mean,
Yeah.
great submission. Osmad,
Yeah.
how about you? Do you see Sarkodie's relation with Stoneboy going down the drain, or you think that's
Okay. If there's anything to go by, I believe that there are reports that Stoneboy has already apologized to the team of Sarkodie and to Angel Town himself. So I believe that by now they are the way of recovery. We already know what has happened between Sarkodie and Shatta Wale, but they are still friends, and Sarkodie saw it prudent to invite him to his show. So I believe that there is not anything that is going to tarnish or destroy the relationship between them. I believe that these two are both in big arts in Ghana, and if there is anything to go by per history, they've been friends for a while now. We all know Stoneboy when he left High Grade Family and he started his own career at the Beam Nation. Remember that one of his biggest songs, Go Higher, he recorded it with Sarkodie. Sarkodie was one of the people who helped Stoneboy create the career that he has now. So I believe that if there is anything to go by, they shouldn't destroy the kind of relationship that these two acts have. I think that it's just a case of misunderstanding which came between them. And as Stoneboy has apologized to the team, I believe that by now they might have resolved their differences. Or they are still on the way of patching up their differences.
Okay.
And I believe that they still have that relationship that they used to have. I believe, in business or even in life, we all have misunderstandings, we have disagreements, we fight, we argue, but it doesn't destroy us. It doesn't change anything about us. We all need each other. So I believe that there is not going to go anywhere in destroying the relationship between these two acts. I believe that they'll still end up, and I won't be surprised if they've already mended up. Just that because of the occasion, Stoneboy couldn't record his part of the show, or he recorded it, but because they weren't able to patch their differences, so they didn't have to. They were not able to put it as part of the show. But that notwithstanding, I believe that these two acts would mend up, and we'll still see good music, or we'll still hear good music from them.
Okay.
So that's what I believe.
That's great. All right. So, guys, I mean, great submission there. Okay, guys, don't forget to also drop your comments in the comment section. Let's get interactive in there. Yes. So, Asabi, kindly sign out about ending the show. Kindly drop your social media handles. Also, if you have any other things to say, just drop it and we'll leave here.
Okay, so the name is MC Asabi. Twitter and Instagram, MC_Asabi, MCE_ASABE. And it was great having me on this show, and I hope our viewers enjoyed what I call it today's show. They should just like, subscribe, and share this link to their friends and family and loved ones for them to enjoy that entertainment digest.
That's right.
So I'd like to say a very thank you once again for having me tonight.
Right.
And let's have a lovely evening.
All right, great. My pleasure. Yeah, so Osnat, kindly drop your social media handles and also the final words to your fans and also loved ones out there or anybody listening to you.
Okay, so it's nice having me on this show. I was really entertained, and I really enjoyed my evening having two great guys who are very prudent and very knowledgeable in entertainment to have the show with. As fans, we are all excited by the show that we had over the weekend from Sarkodie, and we pray that it's the beginning of more bigger shows to come. I pray that more acts jump on this platform or this new reality that we are having, that they will be able to use these new streaming services to be able to entertain their fans while we are still in this period of the pandemic.
Okay.
So that is great. I'm happy being part of the show, and I'll always be happy to be a guest or a pundit on it. So as you already know me, my name is Samodanso, but you can call me Osnat. So you can follow me on all social media Instagram and Twitter particularly. I am Osnad. IEMOSNAD. I am Osnad on Twitter and Instagram. And on Facebook, you can follow me or you can like me or you can send me a friend request on Samuel Osnad Kwame Danso. And I'll be glad to make your acquaintance. Thank you and have a great evening.
All right. I mean, like, thank you guys for coming on the show. Really appreciate it. Yeah. So guys, as I always say, if you're new here, kindly subscribe to this channel. It's very important. If you want to be part of this family, all you have to do is just subscribe to this channel. Also click on the bell icon. Yeah, when you do that, you're part of us. And anytime we drop a new content, you'll be the first to be notified. Also, don't forget to also drop your comments. Your comment is very important. Can you drop it in the comment section? Also, give this video a thumbs up. Yes, so until we come in with another exciting episode of the Entertainment Digest, it's bye for now.